When Amy and I went to sleep after having, worked evenings, well into the evenings, to get all the final bits and pieces finished, we thought we were going to have a very relaxing concrete pour day.
John, you're being called, John.
What? Kabata-san is our construction consultant. Before my feet hit the ground as I exited the truck, the worker was calling from up above and saying, "John, you got to get up here. Kabata-san is saying it's broken, it's got to be fixed." He was in a state. This has got to be fixed. We need more chain here. We need a pipe cut. I need a half a length of this and a half length of that. And he was just all over the site trying to fix things. Okay. On the morning of the concrete pour, our plan was to arrive at 8 o'clock with some coffee and pastries to help our two friends who were helping us kind of ease into the day. Our casual ease into the morning was gone. Oh, hey, I got an idea. Get me the rake. こっち側にもうちょうど高さはちょうどいいと思いますが、そこはまだ足りないです。もうちょい。もうちょい。どうだろう。まだまだ。もうちょい。もうちょい。はい、これで足りるかな。はいはい、これでいいです。はい。軽くでいいですよ。それで。OK、はい。外回りを。そうそう。Okay, we are well in the middle of it, and I haven't had a chance to make any comments so far. We've done the pour at the bottom pit level. We've filled up the base of it, and we've filled about, I don't know, maybe a foot high in the wall, and that's settling right now. We've started on the first corner. This is the east wall, and we seem to be moving really quickly. Hi. Hi. Okay. どこから？こっちから。Okay. それは30センチぐらいになります。上から3、下から2。下から2はここだけ。ピコン。ごめん。ピコンの話。ピコンね。オッケー。あと下から2。そうですね。Okay. 終わり？1台目終わり。Oh, okay. やったけど波乱だ。At the beginning of the pour, the entire team, us excluded, but the entire team became very nervous about the very bottom layer of forms. because it's only a 40 centimeter high board, and it's pierced with all these rebar. They believed it was a really weak area and a risky area, so they were very, very concerned about it, and they were starting and stopping the pour, and they were worried about the vibrating. Vibrate a little, don't vibrate at all, knock it with a hammer. There was a lot of discussion and fretting about the very first layer of the pour.
叩きにします。ナムコン悪そうじゃないから。ね。うん、叩きの方がいいかもしれないですね。
Okay.
取るのがいいかもしれない。切り終わったところだけちょんちょんちょんとバイブレーターして平らにしてあげるといい。
Okay.
優しくね。
Yeah. Alright. Okay, I just got permission to use the vibrator again. And that means I'm going up on the wall.
You want me on that wall. You need me on that wall.
And you're using my finest chisel hammer, which is a woodworking tool.
Go ahead, I'll give it to her.
Then the president of the pump company showed up, and he had an opinion about everything. This wasn't good enough. This was wrong. This was dangerous. This was a safety hazard. He has that right. So, as he was here, though, what would happen? But our supports on the scaffolding that the men were walking on slipped. And not only did the support, the triangle support slip, but the post itself started sinking into the ground. So we had to stop for 10 minutes and shore up the scaffolding system so that the guys could continue walking on it and pouring. Not to the line, we're pouring to the top of the form on the two sides.
今日は随分美人だな。土がついてる。
最近コンクリートが跳ねて。
クリスさんとジョンさんはカナダ人。
あ、そうか、国籍がカナダだ。
アミさんと私は日本人です。
です。はい。終わった？
いや、とりあえず止まってる。止めてある。
三角のやつ。
あ、それがずれた。
ずれました。
それが下がってった。
だからこの部分だけ、下がったと思う、ね、もう2、3センチだけ。はい、下に。あ、ちょっと待って。鉄球の下。はい。はい。はい。
That's why it's moving. The top of it is really hot.
この足場も本当にここに止めないとまずいよ、これ。この足場。こっち。
何？Yes, bring the cutter and the wire over here, please. じゃあこれ入れておきます。
We're gonna put that one in slow motion.
We're moving. We got a sign for the third truck now. Hi, By mid-morning, the second truck full of concrete had come and gone, dumped its load into the hopper, and we had pumped it all up here. It did slow down a little bit, but we were hampered by rain, and then sun came out, and then more rain, and you know, we thought it might just kind of go this way till the end. Then we had a blowout. テープまでいかなくていいですよね。
そうなれば。
うん、OK。
あー、やっぱりドーナツがどうか残しちゃった。Rebar, take things out.
敵がね。
Okay.
And here's the
Hold on.
はい、OK。
OK ですね。そのぐらいです。Yeah, that's okay.
We're wedding?
The donuts. I mean, okay.
うん、それこのまま置いとけば。
そうですね。
差し込んどいて。
そうだね。Thank you, Chris.
OK これで。
でもほら、これはやばい。
ああ。
そうだね。
OK。
それで OK だ。
ここバイブかけない方がいいかもし
れませんね。
うん。また
立ちます。Rebar fell over to the side and we had to correct it with pieces of wood. Our form in the pit, the small little L-shaped wall that we're building, we had a blowout. And the entire small leg of the L-shaped structure tilted over about 8 or 10 inches.
There's a gap in between inside, so the corner gets piled up.
隙間ができてて。
おお、これが。
おお、これが倒れた。爆発になりました。この壁。もう起こした。
これ自体が傾いちゃったね。
そうそうそう。どうする？サポが。
サポもないのね。
サポがそこ。
ダメだ。もう一個ここで。
It was at a risk of just completely crashing out, and we spent a few frantic moments trying to shore it up with some extension supports. That proved fruitless because there was no structure in the soil to hold up the supports. They're really long. Take this over there. This hook only. We finally landed on a solution, a steel cable tied to the excavator, run across the front of the site, and hooked to the pipes on the small leg of the L. And with a hand winch, we were able to pull that wall back into plumb, and that's the way it'll stay for the next 3 days.
ここのちょっと本当は行きたいけど、
Okay, so now we've run out of concrete in the first 3 trucks. We've used it all, and we're almost at the top. So we need to calculate the remainder so that they can go back and bring back an accurate load as opposed to a full load and waste a whole bunch. Okay. Okay, okay, guys and girls, what's going on with the calculations and the writing over there? What do you got?
693
693,000 plus
283
283
500
500 equals 976 cubic centimeters, which is 0.97リュウベイ1リュウベイ
ある。それで足りる。
だそうです。
いや、計算で OK。
ちょっと待って、今計算したばかりですが、自信持ってません。もう0.97になっちゃいます。0.8195 9.3、私 9.7
0.93 94ぐらい。1リュウベイだね。1リュウベイ足りるから。
1 cubic meter coming up the pipe right now, and then that's it. We've got to vibrate a little bit and make it smooth, and we'll be done in an hour.そう、ピッチがこの辺に合ってますよね。
次はもう結構大変だよ。
結構大変になります。あと数量も今回は8リュウベイ、次は35。だから
結構俺自分家でやってる人いるからさ。
I really want to give a shout out to the 2 crews, Amagi Namakon, which is an Amagi concrete from Kawazu, and Akiho Pump Systems. I think that's probably the best English translation. They're from up in the Ito area of the Izu Peninsula. But both of these crews, and I guess there were probably about 6 people altogether, you know, their only job was transporting the concrete up to the site and putting it in the forms. They are not tasked to do anything else. They're not tasked to repair the scaffolding. They're not tasked to vibrate the concrete even, but they did everything. When we had the blowout, they were right in there with sledgehammers and supports and digging into the dirt and suggestions. And they didn't have to do any of that, but they realized that we were a bunch of amateurs and they wanted to help. And so, guys, thanks very much. You made our day successful. And also, Chris and Junko are good friends from Shimoda who came out. They're newbies just like us, right? Not so much in the DIY sense, but to raw concrete construction. And they just rolled up their sleeves and got involved, and very, very helpful. We couldn't have done it without those 2, and we couldn't have done it without the great crews. So 1 extra cubic meter for this to finish off this last part. And he thinks we got it, but he's just checking if we have a little bit left over. We're going to finish off this corner, then put it in the pit. ごめんなさい、また聞いていただきましてありがとう。すいませんでした。8になりました、やっと。8。はい。Yeah, yeah.
Well, this is staying, right? This is staying.
By the end of the day, honestly, I was physically and mentally exhausted. There had been so many little emergencies, rushes of adrenaline that just pumped my body up. And then I crashed down right after, and it was exhausting. The end of the day, by the way, it was 12:30, just after lunch. So this 4-hour day, essentially 4.5-hour day, just wrecked me. And this is supposed to be the easy pour. Our second pour, which will happen in 2 months, I always expected to be the killer. We'll see.